Now, as the F1 Group is aiming for net zero by 2030, that's a far cry from where they are today. Our business reporter Katie Silver went on a mission to find out why.
Trackside, this year, the bright lights are a little bit brighter. They're not the traditional metal bulbs, they're LED, which organisers say will reduce energy consumption by about a third.
You have more brightness with less power, which light will last for 10 times more. It's quite an interesting and big operation because we are working for 3.5 months before the race. So the installation process is quite massive.
In just a few days, the world's best drivers will be here in Singapore racing down these streets under these LED lights. And while the lights may be a step in the right direction, the question is whether a sport that's based on fast cars, plenty of petrol, and flying all over the world can ever be truly sustainable.
We have to look across our entire sport, from the cars going around the track, which are actually less than 1% of our carbon footprint, all the way through to the travel and logistics of how we get to these great events. When you look at our cars and road relevance, they are already the most efficient hybrid engines in the world. They also will be powered by 100% sustainable fuel in 2026.
Last year, Singapore's Grand Prix emitted a whopping 2,300 tonnes of carbon dioxide. It's pledged to halve energy emissions over the next 5 years.
Increasing the use of renewable energy around the circuit. This is true, for example, solar panels that has been installed onto the pit building, as well as increasing the use of biofuels within our generators, which power the temporary parts of our circuit.
One of the major criticisms, though, when it comes to F1 and sustainability is the race schedule, and at times how geographically nonsensical it is. It starts in the Middle East before dashing to Australia, to Azerbaijan, next stop Miami, and then to Monaco for the start of the season in Europe. This then gets interrupted by a date in Canada, a journey of some 6,000 kilometres, only for the drivers to go back again to Europe. Then it's off to Asia, Singapore and Japan, before a stop in the Middle East, then to the US, all the way down to South America, back to the US for Las Vegas, a new street circuit, before the final in Abu Dhabi. That's right, back to the Middle East, which, you might remember, is where it all began. It's something F1's sustainability head says they're already tweaking.
That is the real challenge that we have as a world championship. 2/3 of our carbon footprint is travel and logistics. And that is something that we will be delivering against from now until 2030.
Supporters of F1 say it could help drive technology to make fuel more sustainable. But the finish line is still a long way off. Katie Silver, BBC News, Singapore.